Hey guys, Chaos Master here, back for more Trails of Cold Steel. Continuing where we last left off, where we are now going to be doing the Thors 7 Mysteries quest. And holy crap, there's a lot. So I'm going to read them all, and then we're going to go hunting for them. Yeah. So let's go. Alright, so, first mystery. The Crying Sculpture. The sculpture in question rests in the art room. It's used as a reference for sketches. However, if you dare draw near, you can see tear tracks running down its face. Whoa. What's more, the tears return after wiping them away. Rumor has it that the tears originate from a human head contained within. Okay, I was on board up until then. That's a little too extreme to believe. You think so too? Even so, these sorts of stories always contain some kernel of truth. Perhaps speaking to the head of the art club will allow you to find it. Haunted piano. Late one night, a student walking by the music room heard someone playing the piano. Drawn by the sound, she took a peek into the room only to find it empty. Well, the name certainly fits. They claim it's a music-loving ghost playing the piano in there. A ghost who likes music? That's all? Seems a bit lazy to me. Agreed. At least give the ghost some elaborate tragic backstory to explain its connection to piano. Regardless, perhaps you could learn more from the head of the wind orchestra. I believe his name was Hybel. Yeah, these mysteries don't seem all that good. Like, they have a good start, and then they just flop. Apparently, the Academy's library houses a book containing one of the world's greatest secrets. The book is passed down from one library head to the next, all of whom are tasked with keeping it safe from prying eyes. You weren't kidding, this one is pretty interesting. It pleases me to know that I have a partner in fascination. Just imagine if it were something about the fall of the ancient Zemurian civilization. How romantic. What? Oh, whatever. The person currently in charge of the library is Instructor Thomas. He's likely the only person who knows for sure. That's not a huge flop. The Hidden Graves. Dates back 250 years. It's said that many who died in the War of the Lions lie buried beneath this academy. More specifically, their bodies are buried directly below what is now the field. Whoa. Is there more to this story? Oh, there most certainly is. They say that on some cursed nights, the corpses of the buried rise from their graves to bathe in the moonlight. And when they do, their long hidden graves surface from the field, overturning it and leaving holes. Well, that explains why this mystery is called the Hidden Graves, at least. But honestly, I was kind of expecting the mystery to be a little creepier. You must be getting used to these macabre... what the fuck? What kind of fucking word is that? I don't remember that word. I'm looking that up. Like, what is this? Disturbing and horrifying because of involvement with or depiction of death and injury. Okay, hold on. Alright, hold on, my volume was down.
Macabre.
Macabre. Okay, macabre. Alright. Disease macabre mysteries. Good. Wait, what do you mean by good? Regardless, the best people to ask about the field would be the members of the riding club. I believe the club's captain, Lambert, is home for the summer. Perhaps you should ask Paula instead. Right, okay, I lost track of the number. The sports club's grudge is the topic of the fifth mystery. Given how hard the sports clubs train, it's not uncommon to hear screaming coming from the general direction, but some say that screams can be heard coming from something else dwelling in the gymnasium. The rumors say that those screams are a grudge of sorts, a manifestation of all the stresses sports clubs members face. What? Bit backwards to me. Working up a sweat should wash away your stresses, not make a monster out of them. Only a select few would share that sentiment. Such ignorance of others' feelings might just lead you to an unfortunate end. Right, no matter. It may be wise to ask the captain of the fencing club for further details on this mystery. I think her name was Frito. I'm pretty sure the screaming is like Frito whooping butt. Pretty sure on that. The Crimson Devil of Lake Hell. Have you paid much mind to the pond beside the gymnasium? Some say that it has a direct connection to hell itself. More amazingly, they say a resident of hell, the Crimson Devil, shows up at the pond from time to time. Well, that's certainly something. Any word on what it looks like? Sadly, the only descriptor I've heard is that it has two massive claws. It might be best to ask someone who fishes there often if you wish to know more about this mystery. Do you know Kenneth? He's a first year in the Imperial Fishing Club. He's a noble, though he acts as though he's not. Nevertheless, he is the club's head. Perhaps he knows some. Hey, Rean is technically a noble, adopted, but he doesn't act like it. And even his own dad doesn't act like a noble, and that's in the same kind of sense. He really doesn't. Wait till you actually meet him. It's actually really cool. He's a really chill guy. I like him. The poltergeist in the upper class dormitory. To be frank, I have very little information about this one. But it seems as though furniture, cutlery, and the like are often found broken in the upper class dormitory. And people are saying a poltergeist is responsible? So it seems. But considering the mess it seems to be making, I can only imagine that the dormitory's maids would know something. Perhaps you should ask them for information. Alright. So, we got a lot to look into. So first we're gonna head into... We're gonna go to the second floor. To talk to Clara here. I'm pretty sure this goes to head. Okay, a minute of your time. Ugh. No, I'm busy, but my ears work, so I can listen to whatever you have to say. Go ahead, say your business. Okay, I guess she's going to keep working while I talk. That's pretty impressive. I'm actually looking into the Academy 7 mysteries. One of which is the art room's crying sculpture. You wouldn't happen to know anything about its condensation. Yep, it's condensation. You have no idea how many people come in to ask me about that. They're not tears, just condensation. Water vapor in the air, if big words scare you. Who in their right mind would actually believe a sculpture could cry? I guess the world will never run out of idiots. Let me see. Is that it? Yeah, that's pretty much. Alright. Alright, next we go to the church. Oop. Sorry, I had a yawn there. Oh, hey, what's up? I have a quick question for you. I'm trying to investigate the 7 mysteries of the Academy, the haunted piano, or that story. That's the one about the ghost playing the piano in the empty room, right, isn't it? Oh, so you do know it. What can you tell me about it? So you want to know the truth, huh? As it turns out, the ghost was me all along. I have something I want to say, but I'm not gonna, not now. It's funny. It's not really it's not spoilers, but it's funny. I'm gonna wait. Whoa, really? Okay, calm down. I didn't mean that I'm actually a ghost. The rumor started spreading because someone heard noises in what they thought was an empty room, but I'm pretty sure they just stumbled along while I was tuning the piano. Really? Yeah, it's not exactly rare to end up totally obscured from view when you're tuning certain parts of it. Chances are whoever heard that at the time just couldn't see me. So basically, I'm your so-called ghost. That makes sense, right? Sorry though, you were probably hoping for something a bit more exciting. Not at all. You told me just what I need to hear. Barrel may not be thrilled though. Thank you for your time. No problem. Okay, I'm gonna say it. You thought it was a ghost that was playing the piano, but it was truly I, Highbell, the whole time. Or and anyone doesn't get it, you know, to put it another way. You thought it was a ghost, but it was I, Dio, the whole time. You know what the funny thing is about me making that joke / reference? I've never watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I just know about the joke. I just know about it. I know about it from Death Battles. Believe it or not, Death Battle is where I actually learned of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I am not kidding. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures was literally the only place at time I ever heard of JoJo's. And even to this day, even after I saw it when it first was released, when the Death Battle was released a few years ago, I never once watched it. I wanted to, and I just keep forgetting about it. Like, I know about Dio, I know about Zawardo, and that's about it. Though I did want, though, if I want to be technical, based on me, not on the whole thing itself, I watched when I was younger, when I was a young kid, when Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was being aired in English. I was able to find a site where I could watch it in Japanese, and the voice actor for one of the villains in one season of GX was the same voice actor for Dio. So, and he played a monster card that was called the World. So when he summoned it, he's like Zawardo. So I heard Zawardo from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX before I ever heard of anything regarding JoJo. Before I heard anything about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. And mind you, this was years ago. This is when GX was first being aired on Cartoon Network and all that. Or was it Cartoon Network or was it Disney? I think it was Cartoon Network. I don't remember. It was way too long ago. But the point is, I heard of Zawardo from Yu-Gi-Oh! Before I've heard it anywhere else. Rean, my boy, what sorts of questions has your inquiring mind? I feel like I fucked that up, but whatever. Do you know anything about a forbidden tome specifically locked in this library? Forbidden tome? My, what a fascinating idea. Just imagine if it contained details on the sacraments of the ancient Sumerian civilization. Or perhaps it could be a grimoire written by the crossbell and alchemists of the Middle Ages. Yeah. I've been playing through... that's actually funny, because, believe it or not, I've already completed the, I've already played through Trails from Zero. I've already beaten the game. By the time you guys are watching this, I've already finished the Trails from Zero. I'm just uploading the videos. So yeah. So yeah, you can... I'm still very excited to do Trails to Azure, but that's still going to be a while away until I get through... I want to do another Let's Play, but I'm going to wait till I post the last video of Trails from Zero before I start another Let's Play. And obviously when I get through more Tales of Graces up. But first, we're going to get through these 2 games, and, well, technically still 3. You get what I mean. Once I'm finishing upload Trails from Zero, then I'm going to start a new Let's Play. It won't be Trails to Azure, not yet. Not yet. But it'll be something else. It'll be a game I'm hyped for, personally. Wouldn't it be thrilling if one really existed? Yeah, it sure would. In other words, it doesn't. It's fire, da-da-da. I don't want to talk too long with this guy. In its library. Ah, so that's what this is all about. This year's story is even more absurd than the one I heard last year, but I do believe I know what you're talking about. You do? The tome the story refers to is in fact a volume of, how should I put this? Gentleman's special interest literature. Seriously? At least the forbidden part is right. Not because it's dangerous or anything, but because it's rather naughty. We tell you boys time after time not to bring those sorts of things into the academy, but somebody always has to try. Well, boys will be boys, I suppose. This little tale started because we gathered the contraband here before we dispose of it. Well, that's one way to do things. So if you happen to have a prized collection of your own, make sure to leave it under your mattress back home. Unless you want me to find it and share what you're into with Instructor Sarah and the rest of the faculty. Damn! I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, anyway, there's nothing especially unusual or mysterious about this library, I'm afraid. You have made that abundantly clear. Thank you for your time, Instructor. Damn, he was gonna tell everyone. Like, damn, man, he was gonna hurt us. Actually, wait. You know, he's gonna make us, he's gonna make all the girls, like, hate us. I did mention this before, especially that, it's like, this isn't big. This is just, like, pretty much the same thing as before with Trails from Zero. It just talks about everything else from the other games. From Trails in the Sky trilogy to Trails from Zero, Trails from Zero, the Crossbells section and everything. I wonder if, this actually talks about it. I don't think so. Yeah, I thought so. I figured it wasn't going to talk about it. Is it? Yeah, the Burl, right. Fern Company is in Calvard, which is one we haven't done, which is one that I think is gonna come in Trails Through Daybreak, I think. I mean, from what I understand, that's when we're actually gonna go into Calvard. We've already, in terms of the Legend of Heroes franchise, we've already been like by playing all the Legend of Heroes stuff, we've already been to Liberl in the Trails of the Sky trilogy. I haven't played that yet. Haven't watched anything about it either, though. Really need to make time for that too. I got a lot of shit I gotta watch. Anyway, the Trails of the Sky trilogy does Liberl, so there's a ZCF. This game, the Trails of Cold Steel one, which is focused on Erebonia, Erebonia, has the Rhineford Company, and Calvard has this one. So and then there's Crossbell in the Dead Center, which doesn't I believe has only the Epstein, right? Hold on. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Professor C. Epstein. Yeah, the Epstein Foundation, I think, was more focused on Crossbell, I believe, in terms of story-wise. I'm probably dead wrong about that. But either way, Crossbell doesn't have its own like weapons company, which is understandable considering the size of Crossbell. It would be awesome, in my opinion, if it did have one of its own, but you know, can't. If it did, that would honestly be pretty. Like I said, it would be pretty awesome, in my opinion. Okay, so let us go here. Oh, come on. Dang it, why do I have to yell? That's right, and you're Paula from Class 5, I assume. This might sound weird, but I'm currently looking into these mysteries surrounding the school. In graves I have. That's the one about the dead rising from the graves on the field, right? Lambert and I found a hole on the field a while back, but the only thing to come out of it was an exam with a bad grade. Seriously? Yep, seems like someone couldn't deal with getting a score that bad, so they tried to put their test 6 reg under. They didn't even bury it though, just dug a hole and tossed it in. We filled it up since someone could have tripped. But with a grade like that, you could say the only grave our culprit dug was his own. Yeah, that joke was so bad, I can't even force myself to laugh. Uh-huh. Thanks for the info, that was a big help. Alright, next up should be the in terms of the order, will be the fencing club. Captain, yep, sorry about, can I ask you a question? No bother at all, ask away. As it so happens, looking into 7 mysteries of the Academy. Have you ever heard of the sports club's grudge? Oh sure, people have been talking about it since I was a first year, although I don't suppose it will gain much traction next year. Why is that? It's pretty simple really, those screams don't come from people but the door that used to be here. It had been in bad condition for years and used to make these awful screeching noises. So I asked for a replacement at the beginning of the month. Now everything is nice and quiet around here. Well, that explains that. Thanks for the information. You're very welcome. You know, actually, I wonder what Laura has to say after the bonding event. I don't even know why I'm so moved. 50 yards isn't particularly amazing or anything, but now that I've done that, I want to take things farther and further. I'm so glad Monica was able to achieve her goal. Thank you for all your help, Rean. Why do I feel like it's like the final bonding event? I don't really think it is. I mean, I don't remember it is. Oh, no, yeah, I don't think it is. I'm going based off my memory right now, so I don't really think it is. I'm probably dead wrong, though. Oh boy, you know I gotta see this. Oh my, and mercy me. Did you clone yourself, Vivi? How wonderful, now we can work twice as efficiently. Fake Vivi can tend to that flower bed over there, and real Vivi can be in charge of getting the equipment ready. Oh, she's good. Wow. She saw right through it. Vivi dragged me along so she could play a prank on Edo, but it ended up backfiring. Now I'm stuck helping them out. Why does this always happen to me? My flawless plan to have my way with Edo's body had a flaw. She seems so easygoing that you'd think she'd be easy to trick, but I guess I shouldn't have underestimated her. Oh my, there are 2 Vivis all of a sudden. Excellent, now we have more people to take care of the flowers. Damn. Sucks to be you, Lind. Hey, Rean, still fishing the good fish? I don't think that's how the saying goes, but I guess you could say that. There's actually something to ask you about. The Crimson Devil of Lake Hell, ring any bells? That's one of the Academy's 7 big mysteries, right? It's the only one I know, at least. Seriously though, did anyone really believe this place was connected to hell? Probably not. Any idea what the Crimson Devil part's all about though? That's probably a crayfish. You see them around here every so often. That must be it. What's a crayfish? Red thing, kind of looks like a crab. Even has 2 big claws, just like that devil's supposed to. I wouldn't be surprised if a crayfish inspired the whole thing. Yeah, especially when you put it like that. Thanks, Kenneth. Actually, that's a good question. Now I'm wondering. Yeah, we already caught a crayfish. In the Trista Pond. That makes sense. Alright, next up is Lotte, or Lot, I think. I can't think of a better person. Excuse me, would you mind if I asked you a question? Of course not, how can I help you? So I'm investigating the 7 mysteries of the Academy. There's one story about a poltergeist in the storm. But would you know if there's any truth to that? I do, in fact. Some of the more experienced mates told me all about it. I've even seen it for myself. You have, huh? Interesting. You actually seen the poltergeist? Oh, not quite. There was a much simpler explanation behind all the havoc. Really now? Sorry. Just trying to get comfy. My back's really been bad today. Like, more than usual. As the story goes, plates are broken, yada yada. Sorry about that. But these things happen when girls try their hands at cooking for the first time. The kitchen can get very chaotic. This tends to hit its peak in May when more of them want to practice for their cooking classes. But I think a poltergeist makes for a far more interesting culprit when people are sharing stories. That explains it. Thanks for clearing it up. I'm glad I could be of help. And that's the 7th mystery elucidated. In the end, none of them turned out as spooky as I'd hoped, but oh well, I hope everyone won't be disappointed. Alright, let's go To the student union. Head on up and report to Barrel. It looks like you finished your investigation. Can you tell me what you've learned? Sure, let me go through them one by one. Yep. Condensation, magazines, a test, none of these are supernatural at all. I honestly didn't expect any of them to be real, but the truth is even more pathetic than I thought it'd be. I agree. Although it's kind of interesting that people were able to make such fantastical stories out of perfectly ordinary things. I suppose that's true. So I'd like to thank you for looking into everything for me. So here you go. It's something hexed with one of my favorite curses. Nightmare. Thanks. Tell you the truth, I'm a little surprised none of the mysteries had anything to do with the old schoolhouse. Seems like the perfect setting for a good ghost story. Wonder why it didn't come up. I mean, we already know there are strange monsters in there. What are you talking about? Of course it comes up. It's the real 7 mysteries, at least. What? Could you say that again? I couldn't quite make that out. I didn't say a word. Perhaps your investigation has gotten to you. I could have sworn I heard her say something about the real 7 mysteries. Oh well, it's probably a better idea not to get into it. Nah, I want to hear that. Thank you for agreeing to help me, dude. It was very enlightening. Part of me is curious about what she meant by the real 7 mysteries, but the rest of me would rather not know. Nah, I want to know. I don't remember if it was ever even clarified, so I want to know. I want to know. Whatever. Alright, let's go to the engineering building. Great, I'm yawning again. Stop it. Well, here you are. Hi, Rean, thanks for coming. I needed a little break from work, so I came along to help George and Angie. We asked her to come and help out with the request we sent you. Oh, so she's working on the bike too. Yep, the request is pretty much the same as last time. But with one key difference. This time we'd like you to ride with Toa at your side. By my side? Don't you mean behind me? Maybe it would be easier just to show you what we're talking about. I believe it's time for the grand reveal. Wow. Impressive, isn't it? We call this the sidecar. Much like the bike itself, this was a Ruhr Institute of Technology prototype that George put the finishing touches on. You can probably tell, but the sidecar lets other people ride along with you. Though it's much closer to riding in an orbital car than it is like being on a second bike. That's pretty interesting. So you want me to do a test ride while Toa sits in the sidecar? Yep. That means I'm in your care, Rean. Try not to crash or anything. Right, I'll make sure everything goes smoothly and safely. Don't worry about that. Sorry. Freaking foot cramped up this time. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with my body today, but it's honestly the worst I've had all week. To get a fresh perspective just like last time. That's right. Be sure to give us as much feedback as you can. That goes for you too, Toa. Okay. So, do you have the time to go for a ride? Sorry, Rean. I'm always keeping you so busy. Oh, don't worry about it. How about you, though? Do you have the time? You seemed pretty busy yesterday. Thanks for worrying. But I'm fine. I got most of the harder work sorted out yesterday. Which means I got time to spare today. As you can see, George and I are ready to go whenever you are. We'll work to your schedule today. Thank you. Well then, let's do it. Why don't we get started right away? Great, let's get everything set up then. Doing this on the nearby highway, aren't we? Yep, same one Rean tested the bike on last time. So how does it feel to be in the sidecar, Toa? It's exciting, but I'm a little nervous too. Knowing Rean will be driving puts me at ease though. Thanks. Oh Toa, please don't say things that will make me envious like that. Now I have no choice but to send Rean home and ride with you myself. Sorry to cut you short. Sorry to cut you here. Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Sorry to cut you short here, Angie, but I can't let you do that. Remember, we chose these two for a reason. Starting to ride, shifting gears, and coming to a stop. Does the sidecar change things at all? Actually, yes. The main changes are the increase in weight and a different center of gravity. Those two things will have a huge impact on how the bike operates. I'd recommend you approach this as a whole new... new experience, because it's definitely going to be... Bleh. Never would have guessed what you have to do. Basically, when the sidecar is attached, you end up veering off towards this direction while you're accelerating. So, by the same token, when you're slowing down, you end up veering opposite direction. Starting to move, will pull the handlebar to the left, so make sure you turn it slightly right to advance compensation. Next up, when you're shifting gears, you'll need to turn the handlebar slightly to the left when you disengage the clutch. The same goes for bringing her to a stop, but the extra weight means she's going to be harder to slow down, so be sure to hit the brakes earlier than you did last time. Will do. It's like a whole different set of rules. It really is. But you should be fine if you pay attention to what you're doing. My advice for you, Toa, is to believe in Rean and focus entirely on enjoying yourself. I think you'll have a wonderful time if you do. Seconded. That should help motivate Rean too. How so? Well, think about it. I'll be happy knowing you're having fun, and I won't want to make any mistakes and ruin that. Aw, that's so sweet. Well then, here's hoping this will be fun for both of us. That's the hope. Alright, time to get started. Okay, get ready. We turn the handlebar to the right. Here we go. I didn't read it, I missed the chance, oh well. And off they go. Yeah, it should be fun to talk to them when they get back. So how is it? Does it feel any different from when you rode alone? It definitely does. Angelica was right when she said it would handle completely differently. And that's not the only thing. Oh, what else is there? Oh, nothing. I was thinking of something else. Probably shouldn't tell her that the excitement of riding with her is a bigger hurdle than the sidecar. Okay, I think we're both used to the speed now. You ready to go a bit faster? Sure. Right then, let's switch gears. Turn the handlebar while switching again. Slightly left. Need to disengage the clutch, then turn the handlebar slightly to the left, opposite of the way we drove off. Perfect. Well, look at you. That went well. Thanks for the encouragement. Don't be silly. All I'm doing is sitting here. This really does feel nice, doesn't it? The view from here is great too. It's a much more refreshing experience than I expected it would be. Having you here with me makes it a lot more fun too. Thanks. Okay then, guess we're about done. It's almost time for us to turn back, so I'm gonna slow down a bit. Okie dokie, sounds like it's time for the final test. Angelica said that the extra weight with the sidecar means I should take a different approach to slowing down. What was it I had to do? Which was brake earlier than usual. Takes longer for it to come to a stop with the extra weight, so I should put the brakes on earlier than usual. There we go, we stopped just the right spot. I knew you could do it. Thank you, Rean. I had so much fun, and we still have the journey back to look forward to. Glad to hear it. Why don't we take a little break before we go back then? Sounds good to me. Seems like things went very well. I'm impressed you could handle her so well with such different hardware than the last time you rode. Should appreciate it too, Toa. Yep. All thanks to Rean. But you trusted in me and were able to enjoy yourself, kept me... Job, I'm just trying to speed read these. It tears at my soul to say it, but you two make for a good pair. I was about to say the same thing. Well then, that finishes up the test. Yep. Thank you both for all the great... whatever. Free of extra come in handy. But entering that data in the computer, right? Would you like me to help you organize all of it? Really? That'd be a big help, but... Are you sure you have the time? Aren't you busy with your preparations for the trade conference? Wait, Toa's going to the trade conference? Ah, right, I haven't told you yet, have I? The truth is, the Imperial government requested I go along to help out the major players. As such, I'll be heading to Crossville for the trade conference as an assistant to the entourage. The entourage attends the Empire's representative during the meeting, right? And you're assisting them? Yeah, it'll mainly involve helping out with paperwork and scheduling, I'd imagine. I don't think I'll be much help, to be honest, but the government did ask. Toa's received a ton of job offers from all over the country lately. Everyone's just waiting on her to graduate. The trade conference invite is the government's attempt to sweeten the deal. Unbelievable. Does that mean you're planning on moving into government work instead of the military? Oh, I still haven't decided yet. I'm kind of doing this just to broaden my horizons. And apparently all of this is because of the trouble in Heimdall last month. The government took a real interest in how quickly and efficiently she evacuated all of the civilians. That explains it. I'd say Class 7 ended up doing a lot more than I ever could. I even had help from Angie and Crow too. Even then, it was thanks to your instructions that we were able to split up and handle everything so efficiently. There goes my text. If you did decide to enter the military, I think you'd make a splendid commander. If they had a uniform small enough to fit her, at least. Hey, no teasing allowed. Either way, best of luck. I'm sure we'll be in the middle of another field study by then, but I'll be praying that things go well for you. Thanks, Rean. Whoa, this is starting to look way too much like a sappy 10-mirror novella. Novella? I think whatever. Let me just step in right here and keep you two from stumbling into a badly written fantasy. What kind of novellas are you reading? Was it something I said? Now, asking questions will only encourage her. To change the subject before this gets out of hand, thanks for helping us test out the bike again. Test out the bike. Gotta get up. See you later then, Rean. Good luck investigating the old schoolhouse too. Au revoir. You'll be the first person we ask if we need any more help. I think that's how you say it. You knocking out those requests from student council? Uh-oh. I know it's coming, but I'm gonna have to hold out on that for right now. I will be right back. Alright guys, I am back. And doesn't seem like I have that much time, but it'll work out for me. Yeah, I made my way through several of them now, and I'm just getting started on the rest. Nice, I got something to talk to you about, so come along to the faculty lounge when you can. I'm not gonna take it out on your grades if you don't show anything. It's just a personal thing later. Didn't even wait to hear my response. Oh well, I suppose I should go meet her in the faculty lounge when I get a chance. Alright, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to save here. Just in case this is going to take longer than I thought it would be. Than I thought it would. Or than I think it will, I should say. Alright, now let's go to the faculty lounge. Ah, there you are. Seems like everything's going smoothly with the student council. For the most part, yeah. Glad to hear it. I'm almost finished with another day's boring paperwork here. Want to skip this joint and head into town? You can treat me to a couple of beers for being such a dedicated teacher. Yeah, for some reason I see the school frowning on that. You never cease to entertain, Rean. So, Neidhart let it slip that he gave you guys some kind of special training last month. Wait, what are you... Oh, you must mean those swimming lessons. Exactly. I've been pretty pleased at how much all the guys have been improving their times. And then boom, I find out it's all because of Neidhart's meddling. I'm still fuming. Do you know how much crow I was wait, what? Do you know how much crow I was eating when he bragged right to my face? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What's the deal with those two? It's like they're locked in some mortal struggle to outdo each other. Well, if that's how he wants to play it, the gloves are coming off. I'm going to hold special girls-only lessons. Yeah, this is actually pretty funny. Oh shit! Hold on. Gotta realign my chair, my recliner, so I'm staring at the screen better. And adjust my fan a little. Okay, get up to level 2. Oh, that's much better. But you just said it was girls only. Oh, but I need you, Rean. I need you to tell me all the juicy details. Hold on. I'm gonna lower it down back. I'm gonna lower it back down. I always seem to be doing that, and I really shouldn't. Need you drilling on. You're free right now, right? Actually, no, I am not. Are you sure you're not just make some up? I won't let you weasel out of this one. Anyway, go get it sorted out pronto. Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to end this part here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. All support is greatly appreciated. Next time we're gonna wrap up this request, and then move on to the old schoolhouse, I think. Yeah, then we move on to the old schoolhouse after this. So, I will catch you guys next time. Laters!